Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am Canada's Own, and today we're rebuilding the Charlotte Hornets with the use of that number 4 overall pick that they landed in the lottery. They also have 2 second-round picks. Going into this, I do believe Coop is going to go 1, of course. Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey is going to go 2. I lied. It was traded for Trey Murphy and CJ McCollum. And they take VJ Edgecombe. So we're getting Dylan Harper. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so what normally would happen here is I take Dylan Harper or Ace Bailey. But because Dylan Harper was the star of my number 2 pick rebuild, and Ace Bailey was the star of my number 3 pick rebuild, we're going to go Trey Johnson here. I believe he's a projected top 5 to 10 pick in real life. So we're going to do right by us, although the game sucks and had them taking guys who should not have gone as high as they did. We're going to make the actual correct pick, take Trey Johnson. Although he was picked number 4, he probably would have fallen to 6 or 7 there because of just how the lottery fell, or how the picks ended up falling. And on draft night, though, I think, wow, forgive me, I think, okay, that's what I expected. If I can move Josh Green and a second for honestly anyone who's on expiring and maybe a first round pick, Jordan Miller. I'm not opposed to Jordan Miller here. What are we thinking? Mitchell Robinson? A Furt? You gotta tell me twice. Send him back to Dallas. Into QOs here. We're gonna try and bring back. Do we want to bring back Damian Ball? I don't think we bring him back, unfortunately. Even Wendell Moore. Do we think we bring back Wendell Moore? I mean, he shot the ball efficiently this year in about 14 minutes a game. So I guess KJ Simpson, though, I don't think I'm going to bring back as an older second-round pick. I think we'll hold off. So going into free agency, we're going to have LaMelo and Boogie. I would like to play Boogie as the backup one this year, so that's going to be the goal. Brandon Miller and Trey Johnson. I'm going to try and move on from Nick Smith. Josh Koget, the 3... No, we're making Brandon Miller a small forward right now. Yeah. He's not playing the 2 on my basketball team. I don't even believe that he's a shooting guard. Personally, I don't believe that he's a shooting guard in real life. Anyway, he's going to be our starting small forward. So there, we've got our 1s, we have our 2s, our 3s. Miles Bridges, Grant Williams, Tijon Salon. I'm going to try and trade, I think, Miles. We're going to try and sell, and Grant if I can. And then we're going to have Mark, Musa, and Ryan Kalkbrenner. I have a 3-man center rotation. We're going to sign ourselves another 4-man, a small forward, and a point guard for when LaMelo inevitably gets hurt here. So let's look. A guy like Trey Jones, I would not be opposed to. $6.5 million. Let's find us a power forward like a... I'm not going to take Kyle Filipowski, even though I'd love to. Pick up Trey Lyles on a 2-year minimum. Why not? And then another shooting guard. Karis LeVert, I actually don't hate as a scoring veteran to join the team here. 4.75, let's try that. It looks like we're going to be able to... Whoa. We almost lost Trey Mann. We are not going to sign Trey Jones because of that. I don't know how I managed to forget that. Okay, Karis goes to the Blazers. That's fine. We had Trey Mann sitting here, and I didn't even notice. So I'm a dumbass. I'm going to give him $10 million. Actually, I'm going to load that up a little bit more. $11 million bucks in that first year. There we go. That should get him back. We'll get Trey Lyles as well, right? Beautiful, we do. Let's take a look at what else we've got here. So it's going to be LaMelo and Mann. That's fine. Boogie's going to watch us here, or he's going to be a 3rd-string point guard who plays a bit. We need a backup 2, because that's 4, 8, 10, 12, 15. I lied. We're good to go. We're going straight to player progression right now. Let's see how everybody's looking. We got a 90 for LaMelo. Brandon Miller, remind you, went up 3 with the position change, so he progresses 3 as well. He's an 88. 85 for Mark Williams. 82 for Miles Bridges. That's okay. We're going to try and move on from him. Trey Mann goes up 1 to an 80. Up 2 for Nick Smith Jr. to a 79. A 77 for Tijon Salon here. Interesting. And then a 77 for Grant Williams as well. Nurk regresses a bit, but so be it. Let's see. Do we have any expirings that I could get out of the way now? This is year 3 for Brandon Miller coming up. Mark Williams. Negotiate contract. If I could get this down just a tad. If I get him here, deal. Okay. I would like to keep Mark as a pillar, and I would like to keep Brandon Miller as a pillar. LaMelo Ball, I'm not going to lie, may not be safe on this team. He's just in 2K, and he doesn't really... I have a hard time winning with LaMelo as the lead guy. So I think we might try and roll LaMelo and maybe that Dallas first we got into either a mega future asset or a win now asset in a year or two, because he's got a 4-year deal still. So we're going to try and progress through this. Within 5 years, I would like to be raising a title. I think that's reasonable. I don't think that they're too far away from a contention window, but I don't think they're that close yet. Nurk, hell no. Nick Smith, for that, no. Grant, well, the money is guaranteed. If he'll take this, sure. Okay. I don't mind having Grant Williams. It's just a quality end of the bench guy to have, and for $5 million, I don't hate it. So we're gonna look at going straight to the deadline here. I'm gonna set this rotation as a 10-man rotation. LaMelo's gonna play 30. He's a little too injury prone. I mean, honestly, they're all kind of injury prone. So it's gonna be 30 to LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and Mark Williams. We're gonna go 28 to Miles, and I think we're going to go 28 to Nick Smith as well, because we're trying to bump that trade value for both those guys so we can dump them at some point. What else have we got? Josh Okogie does not need to play that much. Neither does Tijon Salon. Grant can get 15. Trey, we did just spend a top pick on him, so I might as well play him. I honestly don't mind him playing 20 a night. Instead of Grant for now, let's play Boogie Fland. 10 minutes a night. 11, and then we'll go up 1 to each of these guys. Let's get Tijon 18, 16 is fine there, 12 is fine there. We go an extra 2 to Trey Mann. No, let's go an extra 2 to Miles Bridges. That way we can bump that trade value, like I said, as much as possible. Let's check out LaMelo's shot tendency. 100-100. Brandon Miller needs to be way up there as well. He's fine there. Mark needs to be way up there. I do want him to score the ball a bit for us. Give him an 80. Drop that down to 60. Miles can shoot it for a bit till we end up trading him, because I will be trading him. A 70-70, I think, is a good benchmark for our bench point guard. And then Boogie Fland is going to get a 70 as well. There we go. That is all we're doing for now. We're going to get to simulating right away. I'll stop again at the deadline. We'll move through that, and we're going to try and get through these first couple years pretty quick for you guys. So I'll see you in just a sec. Alrighty, boys. 22 and 30 at the trade deadline here. All I'm going to do, hit up the Miles Bridges here. We're going to look at the Mavericks, unprotected, because they're definitely good. We're not in the same conference as them, so I can't see it. Yeah, they're the 1 seed. We are getting rid of that pick alongside Miles Bridges. Shoot him over to a contender if possible. Let's see what comes up, because we have 2 other first-round picks this year, including our own and a swap worse between the Grizzlies and the Suns, which could be pretty bad for both teams. Now, I'm not opposed to dumping him for picks. Wow. I'm not opposed to dumping him for a future asset, and I'm not opposed to dumping him for a win now asset. Honestly, imagine, bring back Nick Richards. He is pretty ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. What I would do, though, is oof. Strus for 2. Kevin Huerter and Jalen Smith. Only way I do this is if, how much are they short? $4.5 million. Show me. Who have you got? Matas Buzelis, Taylor Hendricks. Does that get it done? It does not. $2 million. Hold on here. I don't want Kobe White. You've got Hans Yang. Oh, because our roster's full. Ryan Kalkbrenner. 3 million more. Okay, hold on. Then we look at this like, dude, that sucks. That literally is the only thing blocking us right here. So who's making $25 million this year? Let's see. Who is making $25 million? DeAndre Hunter. He doesn't really help the Cavs, though. The Clippers could use a guy that could start alongside Kawhi and Norm Powell. Jaren Jackson, no. Trae Young. OG Anunoby is now an Atlanta Hawk. We've got Wiggs, Duncan Robinson. What does that money look like? 40 grand. 40 grand. Be so for real. That's crazy. 40 grand. Oh, that's miserable. Chris Middleton for a year. What if we try some like Nick Smith, Miles, and that pick? Or honestly, I might just do these guys. Let's see what the two of them can get us for now. See if we can pack together a little bit of value here. Jared McCain is there. Interesting. But Paul George is also there, which I'm not interested in. DeAndre Hunter is there. Ivica Zubats is there. Tyler Herro is there again. DeMar DeRozan. Jalen Johnson is pretty cool. Daniel Gafford is pretty cool. Lou Dort is pretty good. Tumani Pods is there as well. I'm actually looking at Daniel Gafford. And I'm thinking, if we could squeeze a first, let's see what they counter. Or they just decline it. Or the game crashes. Swap wars with Memphis and Phoenix. They give us that LA pick as well. What if I just did this? They're going to just add the picks back together. I know it. First of all, this game feels like it's going to crash. It is so slow when I press options. Oh, man. Come on. They want another set. They want our... Oh, that's their first. And they'll give me two... Deal? It looks like I'm overpaying, but I promise you I didn't. So now we're going to have Mark and Daniel Gafford basically run it up together. And we're going to switch Musa to a 4. Which is just you wait. Because he gets better if I'm not mistaken. Marginally better. The smallest little change better. Because now we're going to go here and we're going to do this. Yeah, we're going to do this. PJ's going to come and play 22 off the bench. Ryan Kalkbrenner's been pretty good for us. Boogie Fland has been actually really, really good for a young point guard. Surprisingly really, really good. T-John Salon is healthy now, so this brings in the roster construction a little bit into effect. Because now I think we go 28 to the bigs. We go 30 to LaMelo. Trey Johnson is not my starting 2 guard. I'm going to move Trey Mann in there. 11-man rotation, if I'm not mistaken. It is. We're going to finish it out to the end of the season here before we look at the contract extensions. We've got nothing cooking here. We're good to go. I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season. Ideally, we miss the playoffs, and ideally, we get a good spot in the lottery. So I will see you guys when we get there. 37, 38, and 44. I'm hoping that doesn't win us a spot in the play-in here. Unsure if we get any. We do not. Nobody on the All-NBA teams. Nobody on the All-Defensive teams by the looks of it either. Rookie teams, though. Where is Trey Johnson? All-Rookie second team, averaging 11 and 2. Kyle Filipowski. Okay, so that's wrong. That's wrong. And that's wrong. Okay, so 2K sucks. Should have been All-NBA or All-Rookie first team. Forgive me. Did we make the play-in? Oh, my God. We're the 9 seed. No. All right, let's see. Did we lose? Oh, come on. Lose to Boston. Oh, thank the Lord. We missed the playoffs. 38 and 44. We barely fall short. We are the 9 seed. That sucks. So that's not going to bump us high enough. But who knows? Maybe this team's ready. Let's see how the finals go. My guess is Detroit. And okay. Yeah, and the Spurs dispose of them in 5. Wemby's your finals MVP. Those are all declined. Do we jump? Ah, man. The Suns via Memphis. So the Suns get the 3rd overall pick because of Memphis. And we get what pick? Hornets via who? Hornets via Phoenix at 19. It's not terrible. We also pick at 11. Caleb Wilson might be that guy. I gotta go Caleb Wilson. That seems like a no-brainer. Be a bit of a dunce pick to not take him there. And then I think we're going to take Grant and this pick and see what we can roll that into. Ideally, a starting caliber shooting guard would be nice. Like how Drew is a curious case because he's a really good defender, but I don't know how much that matters in 2K. Let's see who else is available. I think. Wait, do they have give me that. Swap worst with Phoenix. They'll give us another unprotected. We're bringing Lonzo to Charlotte to play alongside his brother. We're going to put him at the 2-guard spot. I have no idea if it's going to work. Odds are probably not. We're going to change T-John Salon to a small forward right now. Let's change that really fast. Where is he? Okay, 77 to a 78. I'll take it. Progression is progression. So we'll have Brandon Miller and Tijon Salon. Then we'll have Musa and Caleb Wilson, Mark Williams, Daniel Gafford, and maybe Ryan Kalkbrenner. We're going to release Yusuf Nurkic right now. And then I think we hang on Josh Okogie. Actually, let's release PJ. We're not going to keep him. I would like to get PJ back. Or not PJ, Josh Okogie. And I would like to bring back... I think that's it, right? It's just Josh Okogie was the only one. It is Mr. Okogie, so let's pick him up 2 years at 3, I guess. Let's pick up another point guard. Let's see, what do we really, really need? We've got our 1s, we have 2s, 3s, 4s. We really need a backup 2 or a 3 that can play the prior. So let's get Gary Trent. Bradley Beal is there. Brad Beal, honestly, for $5 million bucks, why not? Let's see if we can get either of those guys even first. We do get both. Okay, player progression. That's going to be it for our roster for now. I'm curious what the progression looks like. 92, 88, 86, 83 for Trey Johnson here. Beautiful. I think he's going to have to start. Lonzo at the backup 2. Josh Okogie's there. Then Boogie Fland goes up 6 and Ryan Kalkbrenner goes up 4. Oh my god, Boogie Fland is going to be a rotational guard this year. That's so exciting. Because worst case scenario, we can change Trey Mann to a 2, have him back up Trey Johnson, or have him start over Trey Johnson. And then we can move Boogie Fland into the backup 1 spot, which is very, very helpful for our flexibility going forward. So look at the extensions. Do we have anyone eligible? Anyone super important who's eligible? Brandon Miller, big time. Boogie Fland, definitely big time. And other than that, we're good to go. Okay. So at the deadline, got to prioritize the Fland and Miller signings in the offseason. But at the deadline, I think the only guy who could be on the move is honestly probably Lonzo Ball. I'm going to be honest, Lonzo is already out of the rotation. We picked him up as a gimmick, and it is already not going to work. So what I think we'll do actually is go like that. Because Boogie played, what, 13 a game last year? 13 a game. Give him 16. There you go. You got 18 to Diabate and Salon. 25 to Trey Mann. That works for me. Very efficient scoring guard off the bench. 30 the starting lineup. I think we're good to go there. 10-man rotation. I guess we'll just keep Lonzo. Honestly, he can just hang around if he wants to hang out with his brother. Put the untouchables on there. Brandon Miller, definitely. Mark Williams, definitely. Trey Johnson, for sure. And honestly, I think that's it for now. Other than that, let's get to simulating. I'll stop and talk to you guys in just a second here, and then we're going to go to the end of the season. Alrighty, fellas. Trade deadline is here. You guys are going to see the record in a second. Very, very good season so far. I'm looking at trying to bring in a power forward on multiple years of control. Not for any reason, just because I want a backup power forward. And I honestly think that it's Rui Hachimura. 31 and 19, by the way, through 50 games. Look at this. LaMelo, 22, 4.5 and 10, 50, 40, 90. 16 and 3 from Trey Johnson on 49, 36, 90. Brandon Miller's averaging 24 and 5, 50, 40, 90 almost. Daniel Gafford's averaging 8 and 8 with 2 blocks. Mark Williams is averaging 18 and 10.5 with a block and a half. Trey Lyles is, for some reason, just jumping up into that rotation thinking he's going to play. Caleb Wilson, 5 and 4, good efficiency. Boogie Fland, 7.5 and 4, much worse efficiency. That might save us a few dollars this offseason. Tijon Salon, very good efficiency, repeated success, about the same minutes per night. Musa Diabate has been very, very good as that 4 off the bench for us. Trey Mann, same thing, 13, 2, 4 assists, 49, 45, 93 splits. Look at the extensions before we get going. Don't believe there's anybody aside from Diabate, Kalkbrenner, Boogie Fland coming off at the end of this year, and Trey Lyles, but we're not worried. And then Brandon Miller's the big one for the offseason. We're going to get back to simulating. I'll see you guys at the end of the regular season. Alrighty, I don't know if you guys were able to see that record on time, but 47 and 35 to end the year. Cam Boozer's your Rookie of the Year and 6th Man of the Year, so I assume Kevin Durant is still in Phoenix. Tyler Kolek, Most Improved, 11, 2, and 5. Holy cow, he got some crazy minutes there. Luka's your Clutch Player of the Year, 65 and 17. Goes to the Dallas Mavericks. Do we have anybody? LaMelo, All-NBA second team, 21, 4.5, and almost 10 assists. 52, 42, 90 splits. Beautiful. Anybody else? I thought maybe Mark Williams, but he doesn't average the assists like Alperen Şengün does. Anybody on defensive teams? The Mavs get Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis. That blows for us. Rookie teams, I don't even think we played somebody. Oh, Caleb Wilson, I forgot, yes. 5-4, 2 assists. Can't complain. We're the 6th seed this year. We get the Bulls. I think winnable series. Taylor Hendricks, Toure Yabusele, Kobe White, AJ Mitchell, and Nikola Vucevic. I would assume Josh Giddey is probably fled by now if they haven't re-signed him for the season. Caleb Wilson, you guys saw, Boogie Fland was 7-3. His minutes are probably going to dip for the playoffs. Tijon Salon, very efficient, 8 points, 5 boards a night. Rui Hachimura, very efficient, 10 points and 4 boards a night. Trey Mann, very efficient off the bench again, 41% from 3, 18 and 10.5 for Mark Williams. Daniel Gafford was 8-8 with 2 blocks. Brandon Miller was 18.5, 4 boards, 5 assists. And Trey Johnson was 16-3 with 2 boards, 50, 38, 90. LaMelo, you guys saw that. He was great. See how game 1 against Chicago goes. Okay. Like I said, winnable series. We win game 1 by 31 points. Game 2, we do split in Chicago. We head to Charlotte, though. Take game 3 and game 4. We head back to Chicago, and we win it in 5. We get the Knicks, who no longer have OG Anunoby. They have Jalen Johnson instead at the 3 with Cat, Josh Hart, Miles McBride, and Jalen Brunson. So Mikal Bridges is gone as well, it appears. Let's see how this goes. Game 1, we win. Game 2, we split. Game 3, we win the first in Charlotte and the second in Charlotte. We lose the third or the 5th, and we win in 6 at home. LaMelo versus Cade, IQ versus Trey, Brandon Miller versus Osar, Ron Holland versus Gaff, and Mark versus Mitch. Dallas, San Antonio on the other side. Game 1, we do lose. They do love Cade in the sim, and Asar Thompson apparently can give you 32 points on 22 shots. We split in Detroit again. We win the second or the third. This is the first time we've lost at home in the playoffs. Game 5, we're up 3-2 in Charlotte now, and we're through to the NBA Finals. And we get Dallas with Anthony Davis winning Finals MVP. LaMelo puts the team on his back to make a Finals run. Nick Smith Jr., possible redemption series. He is in the NBA Finals starting alongside Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flagg, and Anthony Davis. I think for the playoffs, Boogie Fland has been great, but I just don't think we can keep those minutes around, especially with Caleb Wilson playing that well, Tijon playing that well. Trey, he's been great. Mark has been spectacular. Gaff has been great. Brandon Miller's been great. Trey has been great, and LaMelo's been great. I think we're going to roll something like this. 9-man rotation. Let's see how game 1 in Dallas goes. We win. On the road in Dallas, we steal one. LaMelo gives him 28 and 8, 24 for Mark Williams with 3 blocks. Game 2, we split in Dallas, but that's fine. We've done that every single series so far. Miles Bridges off the bench gave us 33. Game 3, we lose the first. That's the first time we've lost the first game at home. We win the second, though, in Charlotte, and we head back to Dallas, still tied 2-2. Let's see how Game 5 goes. We win Game 5 in Dallas. We head back to Charlotte. We're going to roll the 9-man rotation. Let's see. Simulating with Simcast in Charlotte. If we can pull away early, I think we can win this game. Third quarter is strong. We win the series. Oh my goodness gracious. In just the second, or what is this, 3rd year? No, this is year 2. I was going to fire our coach if we didn't win. We're going to bring home an NBA title here. We're up almost 30 points in the NBA Finals. LaMelo's got 19 this game. Gaff has 10 and 12. Trey has 22. Brandon Miller has 24. Mark Williams has 20 and 8. Let's see if we can hit a running 3 ball with LaMelo. Jaden Hardy shifted. Oh, it didn't matter though. I can't shoot worth a damn. I'm not embarrassed. Kyrie is going to smoke that 3 ball though, and then somehow turn that over and then make that one. Oh my god, I'm so bad. Literally turned around, ran into him, and lost the ball. See if we can get LaMelo 20-point double-double here. There it is. I can knock down mid-range until the sun comes up. Can't ask me to hit a 3 ball though. I promise you I'm smoking that thing. So we've got 3 starters with 20 plus. He's not going to make that. See? 13 boards for Daniel Gafford. What the what the hell was that? Oh my goodness. Makes the free throw. I had to pause to make sure he didn't take my guys out. I don't think he does. He did take my guys out. I didn't want him to take my guys out. Bringing the starters back out. There we go. There we go. Okay. We're going to get the starters out in a second. Caleb Wilson in at the 5 for some reason, which is interesting.
What a sensational performance this
Shoot it, Miles.
For Mark Williams.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really. Just showing a lot.
Get it out of here. Good block, kid. The rookie getting a swat in Game 6 of the NBA Finals. Gave the guys a quick little rest there. We're going to try and get a bucket with Brandon Miller, and then I think try and sink one with Trey Johnson before the game ends. Mark. Oh, wow. All right, we're going to get Brandon Miller on the floppy. Pause. Shoot it, Kai. Mark, get that board. Oh, my God, he made it. And now we got to go down the floor and get a lob off with Daniel Gafford. Y'all are not ready for this. Go, Gaff. Run to the rim. Bang! Makes it a 31-point game, and that's going to do it for him. Get up there. Get a hand up. Get a hand up. There it is, baby. I'll see you guys in just a second. Alrighty, so exiting here, I skipped the presentation of Finals MVP. We had 4 guys, almost 5 guys with north of 20 points. 135-104 victory in Game 6 over the Dallas Mavericks, who normally steamroll teams. And we were able to beat them without even going the full length. LaMelo Ball is your Finals MVP. I mean, how could he not be? 24.5, almost 11 assists, 5 boards, almost 3 steals on 53, 40, 84 splits. I mean, could it have been anybody else? Let's see. Brandon Miller averaged 26, 4, and 4. That's pretty elite. Mark Williams averaged 22 and 9 with 2 blocks. AD gave him work. Miles was hooping. Trey Johnson was 19 and 4. How did Daniel Gafford play? 11 points, 7 boards, 3 blocks a night. Oh my God. The Twin Towers on offense and defense between Mark Williams and Daniel Gafford were unbelievable for us. What a playoff run both of those guys have. But LaMelo Ball is your 2027 NBA Finals MVP, and the Charlotte Hornets get a ring after Michael Jordan leaves the franchise. So maybe he was the problem. Who knows? That's still my GOAT. But because of that, that is going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, I upload new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. PST. We just started a new Pittsburgh Pirates franchise on MLB The Show. So I hope if you guys haven't seen that you'll check it out. And if you have seen it, keep watching because another episode's coming out this Friday. And again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.